game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Trying to invoke Terry Lynn Ellis.
Business with a smile, the warm attitude, so cool when you're rude, sweet when she greets ya, you're wrong, she'll dismiss ya with such style and such grace. She brings class to the place. When she walks through the room, you have to assume that she's a lady. Oh, such a lady, such a lady. Oh yeah, sophisticated lady. She's a lady. She's a lady. Well, such a lady. Such a lady. She's a lady. Sophisticated lady. To the women of the world who cannot relate, it takes more than good looks or how well you can cook. It takes more than just teasing and pleasing a man. It's like a religion. She's mild, takes care of business with a smile, the warm attitude, so cool when you're rude, sweet when she greets ya, you're wrong, she'll dismiss ya with such style and such grace. She brings class to the place. When she walks through the room, you have to assume that she's a lady.
Looking at the ladies, all of them fine, all of them so lovely, I can't make up my mind, but I'm looking at you from the corner of my eye. I can see you now, you're stepping so high and walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you. What look down, I was hooked on you, baby. Walking down the street, watching ladies go by, watching you, watching you, watching you, watching you, watching you, watching you, watching you. Looking at the lady. Everybody join. She was more like a beauty queen from the scene. I said, no matter, but do you mean I am the one? Go and dance on the floor in a round.
She says I am the one. I'm gonna dance on the floor in a round. She told me her name was Billie Jean. As she crossed the scene, she said I had her, but as she dreamed, being the one. I'm gonna dance on the floor in a round, baby. People always told me, be careful what they do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And mother always told me, be careful with your love. Be careful what you do. When your love become the truth. Hey, I feel it, Jean. It's not my love. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the kid is not my son. She says I am the one. Oh no, but the kid is not my son. I ain't impressed.
The deacon said, imagine how Michael Jackson felt when he told Joseph, I want out of the Jackson 5. Michael wanted his freedom. Ever since he was a little boy, he was under the yoke of a dictator. It's my way or the highway. Somebody that abused him, beat him, made mockery of him. He was nothing but a slave. Michael Jackson was a slave.
Hello everyone. The wait is over. It's finally here. Season 4 of The Family Business on BET Plus. Watch it tonight. I will be watching. See you there.
Sister, sister, girl, this song's for you. Let's talk about the changes we've been through. I hear your laughter, and girl, I share your pain. 'Cause the heart of every woman is the same. Now what makes us different? Sister, sister, girl.
I literally feel naked without my keys. You know, this is better than gold. This is gold. I don't care if nobody say, you can't tell me this is not a platinum diamond chain. Because you know what? I walked right through those doors and I got sober. I've connected with my siblings. I have connected with my children. I have mentally and emotionally connected back with myself, which is very important. Home is everything. This video is for the Reality Temple on Earth.
Shout out to the Reality Temple on Earth on IG.
We
And
love
YouTube.
watching it.
Yeah, we really do.
We send love, peace, and soul.
Brother.
Nobody takes down Angel Snuffing Up 7 easy. There's a reason why, after 100 channels destroyed, Angel Snuffing Up 7 is still here. There's a reason why nobody want to get in a beef with Angel Snuffing Up 7. But you don't take me seriously, and now your ass is barbecued.
All right, y'all, it's time to sing happy birthday to Sin. We missed it by a few days, but we still on time. Y'all ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday beautiful key. Happy birthday, dear Sinlin. Ow! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sin! Happy birthday to Sin! It's time to party, baby. Y'all know we about to get it in. Yes. I want that. Oh, I need that. Gots to have that. It's
If you can't do that, then I'll find someone who can. I don't wanna wait till tomorrow. I can't wait, I can't wait too long. And this feeling is so strong, and it's so strong. I don't wanna wait till tomorrow. Another day is too long, and some love is what I want. I wanna feel your body holding me tight, 'cause I
Y'all don't know nothing about that.
I know we can, I know we can, I know we can, I know we can. Woo!
Hey! Come on.
Get away.
Hey, hey.
Let's leave today. Let's get away. Let's leave today. Let's get away. Let's leave today. Let's leave today.
Wait.
Let's get away.
Hey, come on. Hey.
Get away, leave today. Get away, yeah.
Hey. Come on.
Get away, leave today. Get away, yeah. Woo! Let's leave today.
Morning, friends, and welcome back. So today we're going to do a pose that's a little bit of a workout for you, especially in your legs. We're going to do a pose called chair pose, and this one is a squatting pose, so it's going to be really good for toning your leg muscles, also really good for stretching and strengthening your hip flexors, your chest, your shoulders, and your back. That's going to help relieve any back pain that you may be experiencing, and then really great for relieving any symptoms of flat feet. So go ahead, grab your mat, and let's get to it. So for this pose, you want to start standing, feet hip width distance apart, and then start to bend your knees, sitting your hips back almost like you're sitting in a chair. You want to make sure your weight is evenly distributed to start off, and then you want to maybe distribute some of that weight into your heels a little bit more as far as you can. Maybe play around with lifting your toes just to make sure that weight is where it should be. From here, we're going to inhale our arms towards the ceiling, and keeping your arms in line with your spine here. And just slightly drop your head so your ears are in line with your arms as well. And your gaze is at the top of your mat. From here, you just want to press down into your feet and engage your core. And hold here, breathing steady for a couple breaths. And to come out of this pose, all you're going to do is stand up, bring your hands down, and then stand to rest. Thanks so much for joining me for today's Tranquil Time with Taylor. I'm going to leave you with something that we like to say in the yoga community. The light and love in me sees and honors the light and love in each and every one of you. See you guys next week.
Greetings. I'm Tangelica Cox. I had the pleasure of speaking with Taalik, Ibn'rad, and he has a movement / ministry by the name of the Reality Temple on Earth, and I had the pleasure of speaking with him for several hours today, and I think it's only fair that I do a reaction video to the conversation. And the conversation was on various topics, which was basically centered around African quote-unquote consciousness. And he was a real deep brother, very down to earth, very approachable. He didn't carry himself like a know-it-all. Someone you could talk to and really listen to you. It was such an honor to finally meet somebody over the internet that has a ear to listen, and not only an ear to listen, but will take full action on what they stand for. And I appreciated having that conversation with you, and I do look forward to working with you.
Free your mind. Free your mind. Free your mind.
My talk at the table is Michelle Obama. On Friday, I got to moderate a conversation in Philadelphia Friday night about her new book. It's called The Light We Carry. The Light We Carry is the former First Lady's second book. It talks about coping with adversity. It deals with topics like prejudice, the pandemic, and the future of our country. In Mrs. Obama's words, the goal is to give readers a glimpse inside my personal toolkit, or the strategies she uses to be more comfortable, less paralyzed inside of uncertainty. So we had a great conversation on stage. We chatted behind the scenes before going on stage.
Hey, buddy! Hey, buddy! Hi, gorgeous!
Oh, you look great.
Hi, Mama, so do you.
You look good.
So do you.
Can I say I love the braids?
Yeah, me too.
I love the braids.
I'm
Because-
loving them. Because I think it'll be fun to talk about. Because
Okay,
I think this
okay.
generation of young girls are, they're owning their hair.
I know,
in a way
we could,
space
yes,
for,
yes.
accepting who they are. Yeah, I would have worn braids, but,
In the White House?
In the White House, but they freaked out when I got bangs, it just...
When you got bangs?
Remember that when I got
but I
bangs
like
in my
the bangs, yes.
Oh, there
That
were
was a freak out?
stories about the bangs. It's like, what does it mean? Why is she changing her hair? And it's like, I
Okay,
definitely
good,
think
because right before Becoming, you said, I was really nervous about it coming out.
Yeah.
You don't feel that this time, do you?
There's still the initial kind of,
Still?
that caution about putting yourself out there.
Are you aware of how many books Becoming sold, Mrs. Obama?
Yeah, but it's still, well, we can talk about that.
And then shortly after the appearance, she gave me a jacket as a thank you. All the moderators got these. I love anything with my initials on it. But when I really do, I'm still 12 when it comes to that, Gail or GK, I like it. But when I greeted her with that, hey, buddy, in her book, she's got a great chapter about starting kind. And she talks about a friend of hers, a grown man, who every morning looks at himself in the mirror and says, hey, buddy, how you doing? I tried doing that. I felt goofy doing it. But I think it's such a good thing for people to start kind with yourself. And a whole chapter about, when they go low, we go high. I said a lot of people going, how long do we have to say hi, Michelle Obama?
Right.
Does she still believe that? Yes, she definitely does.
She definitely does. That's
It was
awesome.
a great conversation.
You guys were talking about everything, including hair.
Yeah, we're glad to see her. Yes, including hair.
That's awesome. That was good stuff.
President Biden is facing backlash from some progressive allies for his efforts to avoid a national rail strike. Rail workers are threatening to walk off the job. They're asking for increased pay and paid time off. But President Biden is asking Congress to intervene to stop this possible strike in order to protect the economy during this very busy holiday shipping season. Weisha Zhang is at the White House with more on the story. Weisha, good morning. Things are getting very tense in this situation.
Good morning, Gail. Good morning to everyone. Well, you know, bipartisanship is such a rarity these days that when there is some, it's a big deal. And Democratic and Republican leaders agree that a rail strike would be devastating to the U.S. economy, and that's why they are scrambling to prevent one. President Biden sat down with the top 4 congressional leaders for the first time since the midterm elections. He told them it was not an easy call, but he thinks they have to halt collective bargaining to protect the economy. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said the House would vote today to adopt a tentative agreement that the administration brokered back in September. 4 unions have voted against it. The contract includes a 24% raise over 5 years, but workers want paid sick leave, which progressives support. Senator Bernie Sanders tweeted that he intends to block the bill, saying of the paid sick leave, quote, "Please don't tell me that the rail industry can't afford it." Rail companies spent $25.5 billion on stock buybacks and dividends this year. If rail workers walk off the job, it could mean even more financial pain for the average American already dealing with high inflation. It could wreak havoc on the supply chain and delay getting goods to store shelves, which might lead to prices going up on just about everything right before Christmas. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said that he is working to get enough votes to pass the legislation. He's not sure if he's there yet. If Congress does not intervene, the strike could start next Friday. Tony?
All right, we will be watching. Thank you very much.
All right, John. Yeah, we're getting back to this. This was a good one. You guys had some funny responses. I asked you all, is it okay or is it wrong to re-gift presents that you do not like? And what is something you've re-gifted in the past if you do this? Well, we heard from Lori this morning. Lori Stock, good morning, Lori. She said, I don't re-gift. I once gave a gift to a close friend who then re-gifted it to another worker in the office at the Christmas party. Needless to say, we are not even friends anymore. So yeah, Lori, I hope you guys mend that friendship, but you know, it could be hurtful if you figure out someone's done that. Then we heard from Lisa. This one was funny. Good morning, Lisa. She said, I was given a $25 gift card. When I went to use it, I only had $9 on it. Not sure if it was re-gifted, but it sure was used. Right, and then lastly, we heard from, it was hard to pick these responses as well this morning. AV Valentine, good morning to you. Thank you for your response. I would get unwanted gifts to my mom. She would re-gift those if she couldn't use them. And then her friends and mine would never cross paths, so no one would ever know. So a lot of people said that, you know, if no one knows, it's okay. Make sure that you take the name tags off them so people don't find out you're re-gifting. So yeah, we want to hear from you guys. Gifts are going out, shipping out, coming in your way. What are you going to do if you don't want them? Go to our Facebook page, Fox 2 Now, and let us know. 6:53 right now. Stick with us. We'll be right back after this. Thank you, Amelia. Revisiting Blair's Social Second. It is National Family Week, so we asked you what you like to do to bond with your people. We heard from a few of you all. Jeff Deason, good morning to you. He said, don't play Monopoly. It'll drag out past the kids' bedtime, then the kids start getting cranky and start arguing, yelling, and throwing things. So he's suggesting not to choose Monopoly for whatever you do decide to do. Then we heard from someone else this morning. Courtney, good morning to you. She said, with my fiance, my favorite ways are simple, doing absolutely nothing together, watching TV, or my all-time favorite is him teaching me more of God's word. Beautiful there. And then lastly, we heard from one more person, Sharonda. Good morning to you, Sharonda. She said, cooking, playing games, and annual Secret Santa. We want to continue to hear from you all. How do you bond with your family? Go to our Facebook page, Fox 2 Now, and let us know. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, friends, and welcome back. So last week, if you remember, we did our chair pose. This week, we're going to add on to that with the twisted chair pose. So it's the same benefits as chair pose, but the twisting aspect of it is going to be really good for improving your digestive function. Also really good for detoxing. Twisting is great for cleansing your entire body and really those digestive organs. And then lastly, it's great for if you suffer from anxiety or stress. So go ahead, grab your mat. Let's get to it. So for this pose, you want to start in that chair pose we did last week, feet hip-width distance apart, and then bend into your knees, inhaling arms high. Remember, this is our chair pose. From here, we're going to bring our hands to heart center, and we'll start on the right. So start to twist your torso to the right, twisting as far as feels comfortable to you. And then from here, you can stay if this is all you're able to do. Otherwise, go ahead and start to hook your left elbow to your right knee, and then bring your gaze to the ceiling. And you hold here for a couple breaths, or if you would like to extend your arms, there's always the option to do that as well. Hold here. And then to come out of this pose, if you extended those arms, bring your hands back to heart center, come back up to where we started, and then come to standing to rest. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Tranquil Time with Taylor. The Light and Love in Me sees and honors the light and love in each and every one of you. I'll see you guys again next week.
Welcome back, 6:53 right now. Revisiting Blair's Social Second. Today is National Pie Day. P-I-E, not P-I. There's a difference. We asked you what your favorite pie is to enjoy during the holiday season. We heard from a whole lot of you guys. First up, we heard from Kelly Key. Good morning to you, Kelly. Thanks for answering the question. She said, my mother-in-law makes grape pie with Concords from St. James. It's the best, and so is she. So she sent a nice, sweet note to mom-in-law as well. And then we are also heard from Monica. Good morning to you. She said, Blair, our family favorite is Dutch apple and sweet potato with homemade whipped cream. Sounds super sweet and good. And then lastly, we heard from John. And John says, as my grandpa always said, there are only two types of pie I like, hot and cold. So I guess he likes them all, right? We want to hear from you guys. What is your favorite pie to eat on this National Pie Day, P-I-E? Go to our Facebook page, Fox 2 Now, let us know. 6:54 right now. We'll be right back.
I think that from this Soulflower CD, our fans can expect, I think, just a new contemporary sound from EnVogue, still with that EnVogue flavor. I just don't think we'll ever get rid of that. That's the soul of it. That's who we are. But definitely a contemporary, more up-to-date music, soulful, R&B, some great ballads, great love songs, and just songs about life, songs about our life.
Soulflower, I always said it was a gumbo of a mixture of different genres of music. A touch of neo soul, a little bit of the old EnVogue vibe, R&B.
You got my head spinning around, you got my feet off the ground, you make my high come down. Boy, will you break it down for me? Got me going, don't you stop. From bottom up to the top, I've got to love a lot. Boy, will you break it down for me? Ooh, my body starts to shake.
Rona brings to EnVogue more soul, fun, and incredible talent, and she's a great songwriter. The girl can blow. I mean, just her whole energy when I first met her. Actually, Rona feels like she's been with us since day one.
The first thought I think I had about entertaining the idea of being in EnVogue was me and EnVogue, but like I always imagined them to be so beautiful and fabulous vocals, coupled, of course, with being very classy. And I don't know if I ever thought I was even physically what the norm would be to be in EnVogue or anything like that. But ever since I've come, they've embraced me with open arms. It's all about the music.
I felt good about Rona right from the start. Usually when you first meet someone, you get their vibe. And the thing that I liked about Rona was not only could she just sing, but she wasn't pretentious. She was just real. And I like that. She's very approachable, very real, very down to earth. And then to back it all up, she can sing.
I wish this could last forever.
I did write on the CD. I have 2 songs. One is Losing My Mind and the other is Stop. Out of the 2, I would say my favorite is Losing My Mind because I think it's very music forward and innovative. Well, Losing My Mind, the actual title of the song, I mean, everybody can relate to. Going through a relationship, breaking up, not being the one that wants to break up. You can't eat, you can't sleep, he's got you nauseous, he's got you going crazy. I mean, every woman can relate to that. And being that this is a female group, who better to convey the message?
I think the reason that EnVogue has been able to stay true to our original sound is that Terry and I are still in the group, which makes up half of the original members. And then also we are still working primarily with Denzel Foster and Thomas McElroy. And together we still are able to maintain that particular chemistry that gives it the character of EnVogue that a lot of people know.
The music, the expression is from the soul. I feel that when you listen to this record, you will hear honest vocals, honest vocal performances. And beyond that, the flower represents the blossoming, coming from where we've all started. We all had a beginning, and this is where we are now.
Our music still today in 2004 has a contemporary edge to it, and it's in vogue.
I need a Christmas miracle, and right now I don't have one. This holiday.
What if EnVogue got back together to do a Christmas show to save the Opera House?
I guess we're doing a show.
The lineup is around the block.
David Alan Grier and EnVogue.
The best show I ever saw was EnVogue at Christmas.
Merry Christmas to each one of you.
An EnVogue Christmas, Saturday, November 22nd at 8 on Lifetime.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome EnVogue!
Wow, it's been an awesome night. Thank you guys so much for coming out. We've been working on just a little something new for you.
Can we do a ooh or a ah?
How about, but now that you've come back around,
But seeing you back around, it's bigger than you and me. Oh,
how I survived without you by my side. It's hard to find the words to say. I'm feeling those.
We changed positions. She's short.
You're not short, you're front sized.
That's right.
funny.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let me know this time is time that the feeling's real. And I'm feeling those emotions.
Dumb and Dumber over here.
6:52 right now. We're going to revisit Blair's social second, and you all know it is Cyber Monday. Black Friday was last Friday, so I asked, do you prefer shopping online during Cyber Monday or shopping in person during Black Friday? We heard from just a few of you all this morning. First up, LaShonda. Good morning, LaShonda. Thank you for chatting with us. She says, I love shopping in person on Black Friday. It's always been a family tradition, and it's just fun to be together and find some great deals. Definitely still some people who like to go out there and get those deals in person. Mary said both. Some things are better to buy in person so you can see the quality. Others, it is just as easy to buy online. So she kind of is going back and forth between doing both of those. And then we also heard from Danielle. Good morning to you, Danielle. She said both. Depends on what it is and how close to the store or how close the store is. I have to say, I don't think they had great deals this year. Kind of disappointed. So you might want to keep shopping, Danielle. Cyber Monday just started today. So hopefully you'll have some luck when it comes to getting those gifts under the tree. We want to continue to hear from you all. Go to our Facebook page, Fox 2 Now, and let us know what you think. We'll be right back at 6:54.
Sunday morning, friends, and welcome back. So today we're going to do an extension of that low lunge pose that we did a couple weeks ago with crescent or high lunge. So this is a really good one that's going to help strengthen your legs. It's really going to help increase mobility as well in your hip flexors and your feet. Then really good for working on balance, posture, and mobility. And then lastly, it's going to be really therapeutic if you have things like asthma, sciatic pain, or if you have any of that lower back and leg pain as well. So grab your mat and let's get to it. So for this pose, you're going to start in that down dog pose, which is one of the first ones that we've actually did. So come to your hands and your feet, fingers spread wide on your mat. We're going to inhale that right foot high, exhale, bring it to your nose, and then from here, step it in between your palms. You want to make sure you have a nice, good foundation here. And then when you're ready, you're going to inhale those arms high to the ceiling, bending into that front knee, making sure that knee doesn't go over your ankle. From here, you want to tuck your tailbone to the floor, and then you want to start to engage your abs, so just pulling them inwards a little bit. And then your gaze can be right in front of you as you hold here for a couple breaths. And to come out of this pose, we're going to exhale, bringing your hands down to your mat. You can step back to come into that down dog if you'd like again, or you can just come to your knees to rest. And that is this week's Tranquil Time with Taylor. I will see you all again next week.
Hello, YouTube. This is Tangelica the Black Sheep. I am welcoming you to join me on my new YouTube page where I'll be discussing motivational
What's up, you guys? My name is Josiah, and I'm the son of the creator of this YouTube account, and my mom. So I just wanted to tell y'all to go to YouTube and type in Tangelica Story. So it's like a 6-minute video, it's not too long. But just type in Tangelica Story, so that's T-A-N-J-A-L-I-K-A Story. And this should be a picture of me in a gray shirt that comes up. And it's basically a story of me and my mom, like talking about our homelessness and stuff. And like our whole, like everything that went on, like in our life and all. So go check that out, I highly recommend it. So.
Hello, YouTube. This is Tangelica the Black Sheep.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Peace forever and always. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like at the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality's temple. Reality's temple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like at the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire.
I trust that feeling. Does anybody have any questions of me before I get out of here? Let's see what you guys are saying. What's up, Soul Sister Rona? Hey, Taalik. I'm the brother that did Mike Jackson in Tunica, Mississippi. Hey, now. Hello to Terry. Respect. Bless up. Bless up. Bless up.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
Divine inspiration. Come on, get it.
I feel sure it doesn't mean that I'm a
something that I don't see. What can you learn from a bum, Omar? Shamsuddin? What I learned from a bum, maybe it's what not to do.
One goal, one purpose, one vision. Win or lose, one direction. That's where we go.
Largest city in the U.S. 90 languages are spoken here. It's big, it's southern, it's my hometown. I'm Terry Ellis of EnVogue. You're watching BlackAtlas.com, and this is Houston. I'm here at the Hotel Zaza, located in the cultural heart of the Houston Museum District. It's swank, posh, and a spot to die for. Let's go check it out. With concept-themed suites, a hopping bistro lounge, and Stella Spa, Hotel Zaza is a hot new spot in the Houston downtown scene. Leaving luxury behind, my first stop, the past, to the one and only Buffalo Soldier Museum. Located in the heart of the Museum District, the Buffalo Soldier Museum is the only museum in the U.S. to focus solely on the legacy of the African American soldier. I am so proud and honored to introduce to you today Captain Paul John Matthews, founder of the Buffalo Soldiers National Museum. And also, he is my alumni brother from Prairie View A&M University. Give me some. Hey. What? I'm so honored that you were able to preserve something like this for our culture. This place says that we were always there.
Yeah, let me just take you and look at a couple of things here in our Buffalo Soldier room.
Come on, y'all, come on. Looks like a warm brother, huh?
How did the Buffalo Soldiers get their name?
How do they?
It came from the Cheyenne warriors. They saw two things in the soldiers that they saw in the buffalo. It was their naturally curly hair and their ferocious fighting spirit.
Oh my gosh. Wow, I love enlightenment, y'all. Ornaments, uniforms, and journals from the Civil War through World War II tell the story. There's even an exhibit about Cathay Williams, the only female ever enlisted in a black regiment. But she didn't look like this, because she looks like she has on MAC lipstick
Right.
and eyeshadow. I mean, she's looking hot.
Hey, good point. She looked more like this.
Oh, okay.
She changed
All
her
right.
name from Cathay Williams to William Cathay.
Okay, good camouflage. Go, Cathay.
Yeah, you go, girl.
Okay, so where are we going next?
Okay, first thing I got to do is induct you into the ranks of the Buffalo Soldier. We got to make you a Buffalo Soldier.
Let's do it.
Let's get it. All right, so now you take the oath.
Okay.
I believe in
I believe in
honor,
honor,
valor,
valor,
courage.
courage.
Give yourself a hand, you're a Buffalo Soldier. Welcome to the ranks.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be a part.
Now, you get a certificate, but that'll cost you $25.
Oh!
I'm just kidding.
Houston is an easy town to get around in. So getting to a multi-story roaring wonder within splashing distance of downtown is not a problem. Designed in 1985, the city landmark is a refreshing oasis, making it one of the coolest spots in a sometimes very hot town. So check it out, everyone. I'm here at the water wall. 11,000 gallons of water, 64 feet high. Now, I was thinking, Houston, I may have a problem. Nobody knows this about me, but I've always had a phobia about waterfalls. But as you can see, nature cannot be denied. And I think I just conquered my fear. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. Yay! I think I did it! Woohoo! For an authentic ambiance, there is no better place in Houston than La Carafe. Located in the Market Square District, Houston's original city center. Hi, we're at La Carafe, one of the oldest commercial buildings here in Houston. Also one of the coolest and oldest wine bars. So if you want some great wine or you just want to kick back and have a good old Texas beer, come check it out. Let's go in, y'all. Hi, Gavin.
How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Good to see you. Thank you so much for letting me come today.
It's our pleasure.
Now, I'm told this building is really, really old.
It is. It's actually
How old is it?
But at one point in time, this was literally like pretty much the only wine bar in Houston, Texas.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So, Gavin, I can't help but notice the cash register. I love antiques, and that looks like an antique. Is it real? Okay, this is so gorgeous. Look at the patina on this.
I know.
I've never been behind a bar before. I would love for you to show me how to pour a glass of wine.
Certainly. Perfect. Steady. Steady.
Okay.
There you go.
That's a locker. That's a good customer.
Wow. Wow, and it looks so pretty going into the glass.
Oh,
Cheers.
Cheers. Pouring spirits is one thing, but meeting one? So I was trying to do my opening and a bar stool fell. Hi, I'm at La Carafe, a really, really old building. For real? Oh my God! I don't know about this place. I mean, they said it's haunted. I didn't believe them at first, but the bar stool fell, nobody else is back there. Not cool. Oh my God, you guys! No, get out of here! Gavin, I'm out. All right. So we're here at Papado's now, my all-time favorite restaurant. You cannot come to Houston without coming to Papado's. Cajun food, sweet potato pecan pie, it just don't get no better than that, y'all. Let's go. Chilling in a plush terry robe, relaxing at the Za Spa. Great visit. From its eclectic eateries, edgy art museums, its rich Pan-African history, Houston is filled with down-home savvy and urban sophistication. It's vibrant, it's full of stories, it's a distinctive slice of American pie, and I'm proud to call it home. Despite what the astronauts say, Houston, we have no problem. You're watching BlackAtlas.com. I'm Terry Ellis, and I'm signing off. Peace.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Ooh. You were caught in the danger zone, but you just couldn't leave it alone. He's mad at you, you're mad at him. Now love is through, ain't no giving in. All you do is fight, you can't get it right. Time to say goodbye. And if you cry, know you gave it your best, but you can do that all on your own. You might feel like you wasted your time, wish you didn't put your heart on the line. And if you cry, keep your head up, don't get stuck in a rut. You might feel like you can't win, but you can heal the love again. I need no soft lights to enchant me. If you only grant me the right to hold you ever so tight, and to feel in the night the nearness of you.
Don't slip up or get cut.
Why not, man?
I'm coming for that #1 spot.
Alright.
Rappers swearing they own tough. But I'm coming for that #1 spot.
Alright, man.
Scheme, plot,
Say what?
I'm coming for that #1 spot.
Hey,
keep it going, it won't stop.
What you doing, man?
I'm coming for that #1 spot.
Good morning, friends, and welcome back. So I know a lot of you can probably agree with me when I say we are so hard on ourselves, and a lot of times we get so caught up thinking about the things that we don't have in life that we forget about all the good things that we do. So today I encourage you to maybe think about 3 things in your life that you're thankful for. And we're going to do Humble Warrior pose today, which is a pose that embodies gratefulness as well as confidence and self-empowerment. Also a great pose for opening those hips. It's really going to help strengthen both your upper and your lower body, and then improve flexibility, balance, as well as circulation, especially to your head. So grab your mat, let's get started. So for this pose, we're going to start in that Warrior 1 pose we did a couple weeks ago. So take a big step forward with your right foot, keeping your toes pointed towards the wall in front of you, turning your left toes at about a 45-60 degree angle. And then start to bend into that right knee, making sure that knee doesn't go over that ankle again. And then from here, inhale your arms high to the ceiling. So this is Warrior 1. From here, we're going to clasp our hands behind our back, rolling your shoulders up and back away from your ears, and then start to bring your torso to your thigh and that right shoulder to the inside of your leg. And your gaze can be at the back wall or that back foot. And you just hold here for a couple of breaths. And to come out of this pose, all you're going to do is bring your torso back to a straight back spine, unclasp your hands, and then just step forward to relax. And thank you guys so much for joining me for this week's Tranquil Time with Taylor. I will see you again next week.
Is there a heart? Is there a heart in the house? You got to have love. You got to have love in your heart tonight. Here's a house for love. And I've learned that it don't take much to break a heart. Here's a house for love. And I've learned. Build it up, build it up, build it up. Here's a house for love. And I've learned. You got to feel it. You got to feel it up. Feel it up. Don't take much to let me know you understand.
Good evening, soul brothers and sisters. This is Tangi Cox, the Black Sheep, and I am propositioning you to entertain just a little while of being in reality. And this is gonna hurt soul sisters and brothers because a lot of us cannot accept reality. I empower you to, for 1 year, to subscribe to the reality temple on earth. And at the end of 12 months, draw your conclusion of what have you learned in that amount of time. I empower you. You will never, ever, ever think, feel, or entertain nonsense ever again, period. I would like to see my soul sisters and brothers awaken. This requires time. You need to spend about a year watching, researching, and looking.
Reality Temple on Earth is life-changing, and I stand on that.
Okay.
This is what we just learned. So we're trying to remember it. You see? I don't know it. It's showtime. Come on. All these things and more. Oh wait. Wait. That's the wrong way. We're in the shower, everybody. We have to get out the mirrors, and the only place that was big enough was the shower. So this is where we're rehearsing. Fun, huh? Okay. Okay, is this shower? This is my verse. All these things and more. That's what Christmas means to me, my love. That's what Christmas means to me, my love. I feel like running wild. I feel like a little child. Get you the mistletoe. Kiss you once and then some more. I wish you a Merry Christmas, baby. Uh-oh. Oh. Yeah, happiness. That awesome holly will sing inside tonight. You dreams pretty, pretty light. Okay, I blanked that time. All these things and more. All these things and more. That's what Christmas means to me. That's what Christmas means to me. That's what Christmas means to me. That's what Christmas means. Cindy's crossing. That's what Christmas means to me. How do you pay carols on Christmas? We have to go over this part. This part right here, because I keep forgetting. Like when you come out of the all these things and more. This. All these things and more. And then this, getting back to this part. Because that's the outstart. She's asking me, and I'm not quite sure I know. Actually, she knows better than I do. Oh, and Cindy's not in here because I don't know why she doesn't know it either.
My trusty old, don't look at my checkbook, my old calculator. I take it on the road. That's the only time I have to balance my checkbook. It's bad. So that's what I'm doing. Terry's got a stack of bills that needs paying. You better get on your bills. Okay.
You guys, I'm telling you.
Don't blank out.
Showtime. If it's not in me, when it's time for me to walk on stage, I'm doing some old school Motown
Well,
stuff.
let's just have a
I'm not lying.
option.
Okay.
Seriously. So let's just make up a second option. So if you don't feel...
Well, the second option is this.
So when you're doing your part, what are me and Cindy gonna do this?
Oh, yeah, y'all doing that too.
Through the whole song?
Yeah, we're partying. With the
So we
talking to the
don't have to
audience.
stand here, we can just do whatever.
Yep,
right?
you move around. That's what Christmas means.
So when you go up, dun, 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 we can still do this, right? Running while me and Cindy.
Whatever y'all feel like y'all can do. That's what I'm gonna do.
Ask her.
I wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm not going out there looking crazy.
The best thing to do is to keep going. If somebody messes up, the best thing to do for everybody else is keep going, because chances are you'll see somebody out of your side and you'll get right back. You'll see them, they help you get right back onto where you should be.
What she's saying is she doesn't want to mess up at all.
It's showtime. I know if it's in me or not, and right now it's not.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just going
It's
to
like when in rehearsal, when those times that I just blanked, if I would see you or Amanda, it would just get me right back on and be okay.
Yeah, but then you would have already messed up.
Not
And then
not too bad though.
she messed
Not too
up.
bad. Because I'm still like acting like I know what I'm doing, and then I just get back on.
Yeah, but while you're acting like you know what you're doing, somebody else is doing something else that you're not doing.
But more than likely, it feels like a longer period of time that you're blanking than you really are. It's like a second.
Split second,
A split
probably.
second, and then
You might miss a down beat or something like that.
I think it'll be tackier if one person blanks and then because that one person blanked, everybody else stops what they're doing and just starts partying. I think that's...
No, I'm saying out the bat. It's not about stopping in the midst of it. I'm saying right out the bat.
No.
No?
I think it'll look worse.
Okay.
It's a good routine. It is.
Oh, it's a great, I love the routine. But we've only had 2 days of rehearsal.
Right. Yeah. But I think I think you'll be okay. You haven't been messing up. You haven't been messing up until they came in.
That's not true. She hasn't been. That's true though.
You haven't been.
You haven't been. Because when we rehearsed before they came,
you blank for a little millionth of a second, and then you get right back on. You do.
She's like, no, I haven't.
You do.
No, you know what? I'm just looking at them like, y'all lost your mind. I've been screwing up since we've learned this routine. I've probably gotten it right. The full time is right before you guys came here and started taping. I went through the whole thing for the first time. All the other times I've been like, oops, oh shoot. Not to mention you got it on film. When you first started taping, I was screwing up, so.
Have you ever like really messed up big on stage before?
Oh yeah, I don't mind messing up. I don't mind messing up when I know there's 2 mess ups. You can still blank even when you know something and it's ingrained in you. You can still blank out on stage. And then you can blank out when you just don't know. Like, you just don't know.
And I think the blank is worse when you don't know, because when you do know, it's easy because it's kind of mechanical and it's in your body. So if you miss one step, you know exactly what to do from there. But if you blank like with something you really don't know, it's like
you're trying to figure out what comes next.
And you just, you get thrown off. I think.
And we've only had 2 days of rehearsal.
Has that ever happened before?
Yeah, heck yeah.
When did it Right.
It's happened countless times. I really can't tell you specific days, shows. It's happened countless times, but, when it's showtime, I'm ready to go regardless. I do what I have to do. I don't mind. When I'm out there, it doesn't bother me to mess up.
He knows my very first show with them, I walked out and it was like, how many people? Like 20,000 people?
Yeah.
And I forgot the whole routine, so I was just like watching them, and I was just like the whole time just blanked out. But then the next night I did pretty good.
I saw that she didn't know it, so I just started to freestyle with her because it's that makes her look extra bad if we continue to do the choreography and she's the only one off.
The next 2 nights it was okay, and after that, I mess up a little bit here and there, but other than that, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Because I'm not a dancer. I don't dance. So they're dancers. They're so fluid.
We weren't dancers either. We just had more rehearsal time than her.
I'm just clumsy.
Where's Cindy go?
Hey everybody, this is EnVogue, and we are in Birmingham, Alabama.
In the South.
At the Fairgrounds Arena. Fair Park Arena. Someplace like that. And man, our trip started really early this morning. I know for me, I was up at 3 for a 6 a.m. flight out of LA, and had a layover in Atlanta. And we are backstage waiting for sound check now.
And we're lethargic because we're all tired. I was up, what day is this?
Today is Thursday, right?
I was up, I think Tuesday night. Amanda and I were getting hair sewn into our heads. And it took her like 5 hours. It took me 3.5 hours. When it was all said and done, I got 2 hours of sleep. And then the next day we rehearsed all day, And then we had to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to come here. So we're here, and now we're going to sound check.
Now we're going to go to sound check.
That's how we really were coming. I go.
That's it, Brooke Payne. That's how he does it. Are these condoms?
Well, they're the whole pack. Everything's in here. Throat spray,
It's the full sanitary pack. You know, sometimes you have to put your belt packs inside your pants to keep them from getting sweat when you're wearing wireless lavalier mics. So we put them in hot so they don't get sweat into the unit. You thought they were for...
I can't put overheads in the...
All I know is what I see, dude.
Yeah, they go in mic packs when you got that stash your mic pack. We just had to explain that live.
We're cleaning our microphones. Does everybody sound check them before we do? Thank you. We just found out in the 9th hour that the machine has lost 8 bars of some of our music or something. So that's going to it's not a big deal. We just have to be on stage right before our next set. Whereas with the 8 bars, we were able to walk out and have a little intro and stuff like that. Now we don't have that, so we just have to come on stage.
Oh, you're mic 1?
Terry's mic 2. Cindy's mic 3.
Okay. Checky 1, 1, 1. Okay.
That should be better. Yeah. That's right now?
Yeah.
How's that? I wanted to tell you guys, whoever's singing lead, since this is sectioned off, whoever's singing lead should stay up here. And we should be in this second block, just so that we're not too far,
downstage.
Yeah, because all these people here, yeah, and I would say in my loving, if you could try to not go back farther than this, because just so you just look so pushed back. So,
this hat itches really bad.
Scratch me.
Man, this hair in my head, it itches really bad because it's braided. And there's wefts of hair that's sewn onto the braids. That's showbiz. Ready?
Merry Christmas, yeah. Merry Christmas. Christmas time is near, family is here. I can feel the sense of unity. I can feel the pride in the house now, from everything accomplished since last year. Grandpa's telling stories, Grandma makes some cookies for the little kids on the whole block. My aunt is making food with my mama, that the neighborhood can smell for blocks. My Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. My Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas, my Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas, my Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. Difference is good and it's understood. There are more than Christians in our house. That's what makes it cool being family. You find the common ground and work it out. Tradition is our answer, passed on by ancestors. That is what my Kwanzaa's all about. A precious day of giving, family and remembrance. It's Christmas time, no, my Christmas, my Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas, yeah. My Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. My Christmas, my Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas.
mother makes that peach cobbler, and your mother makes that that dressing is so good. Are they cooking this year? Are they cooking this year? Are they cooking this year? No. Well, then I won't be getting away.
My Christmas, Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. My Christmas, sing happy Kwanzaa. My Christmas, happy Kwanzaa.
Was even coming until 8. I need to hear Cinderella.
Uh-uh.
I'm like, I can't hear it.
Born out of the creative genius of producers Denzel Foster and Thomas McElroy, EnVogue, 4 beautiful, talented, and perfectly melodic female vocalists, Terry Ellis, Cindy Heron, Maxine Jones, and Dawn Robinson, came together in 1990 to remake the feel and the look of the girl group, and to prove that they were, indeed, born to sing. Their debut release spawned 4 top 5 singles and 3 #1 hits. EnVogue had arrived, and they brought style, class, and sass with them. In 1992, after major television and awards show appearances, the group took their image to the next level, and the Funky Divas emerged strong. And more television appearances followed, and an illustrious Entertainers of the Year recognition from the Soul Train Awards. Now, as part of the original EnVogue concept of bringing together 4 solid solo voices to ring out in perfect harmony, Terry Ellis becomes the first of the divas to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on Southern Gal.
She's a lady, such a lady. She's a lady, sophisticated lady. She's a lady, such a lady. She's a lady.
EnVogue was known for, you know, the high fashion and the glamour, but at the same time, each one of us are individuals and we have our individual tastes. And mine, I guess, you know, would be simple. Everybody called me conservative anyway. And me calling the album Southern Gal is just really me saying I'm proud to be from the South. EnVogue is due to be back in the studio next year. I don't know the date yet.
But the group is
The group is still solidly together. I was the one in the group that never really desired to be solo. Not that I didn't desire to be solo, it's just that, you know, I was singing and that's what I wanted to do, and I was, you know, with other people, and that felt great. And it became, I think, security as well. So now for me to be doing it by myself is terrifying. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying.
I heard somebody scream a nickname, the Nun. Is that correct?
Has to be Terry.
Terry Ellis, yes.
Why do they call you the Nun?
Well, she's not anymore, as you can see. She's quite uncovered
Yeah,
today.
I was saying.
Well, you know what? This is totally out of my character.
Totally.
She normally would never wear anything like that, so we call her the nun because she hates dressing like this.
Yes. Well,
I told them I was going to wear a coat when we came out here, but nobody would give me one. Attending Prairie View, I think, is when I realized, and being a part of the band is when I realized that I really wanted to sing, and that I really could sing.
She is a black college graduate of Prairie View A&M University in Texas. Please welcome Terry Ellis to Video Soul. Hey, Terry.
Can't nobody see this picture right here. See? I never took a picture with the band. Oh. I didn't want him to make it all formal, but I just wanted to say that I'm really glad to be back home, and I know how hard y'all been working, and I just want to wish everybody good luck at Grambling tomorrow. I mean, in Dallas tomorrow. Kick butt. It's so incredible to me to listen to. Well, even, you know, when I would hear something from EnVogue on the radio, I would still get really excited, but to hear me on the radio by myself, I was floored. I couldn't believe it. It's really exciting because then you start to realize that, you know, you're doing something that you've always wanted to do, that you love doing, and that's a blessing because a lot of people don't get that chance. And, you know, it's exciting. It's exciting. I can't say anything else about it.
I'm very proud of her for her accomplishments, and I think more than anything else is that she's remained grounded. She's still Terry, you know. She still comes home and washes dishes, and she's still hungry all the time. So, you know, she hadn't really changed at all, with the exception of, I think she likes what she's doing a little bit more. I think she's on time for quite a few gigs because she has David to take care of if she doesn't show up on time. So it's a little bit different now, but we're all extremely proud of her. And I think she looks at it more of a blessing as opposed to a talent. And
yeah.
We see it as a job, so we just kind of keep her sane when she comes home, as opposed to the glitz and glamour. So she knows that she's comfortable. She can come home and kick back, not worry about it, and just be a Southern girl.
I was singing in this band, and I was singing with this guy named Shang. I was the only female vocalist in the band. And we came to Prairie View and opened the show for Maze. Right. And I can remember you coming up to me, asking me, was I going to college? And I said, yeah, I'm going to college. And you asked me where was I going to go, and I said TSU. And then you said you should consider going to Prairie View, coming to Prairie View. And I said, oh, okay. But I really didn't want to leave home at the time. So anyway, it was time for me to graduate from high school. And didn't you keep in touch with me?
I can't say I remember if I did.
I can't remember. I can't quite. I remember talking to you again, some kind of way.
I know where it was. Ron Leverett's fraternity had a party at the Newman Center, and the band.
And we performed.
Played there.
There too.
Right.
Sure did. Okay.
And that's the connection.
And that's when you really talked to me about coming to Prairie View. And I filled out 2 applications for TSU and Prairie View, and Prairie View answered first. And that's when I decided, well, you know, I'm going to Prairie View. And I remember you telling me, well, when I come to Prairie View to look you up. So I came directly to the band room. And Mr. Edwards, didn't you take me around campus?
No, I met you in the hallway at registration.
Okay.
And this was like, I guess about 7, 8 months later. And I remembered seeing you coming toward me or something, and I said, I know her. That's her. And I wouldn't grab her. I said, you coming with me, come on to the band room, I'm gonna sign you up for marching band.
Yeah.
birthday.
Thank you. I almost forgot my own birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Terry's birthday gonna be on Sunday, but.
Harmony going on in here.
Happy birthday. Come on, you
Come on. Why you hiding back there? Why you hiding?
Happy birthday.
Yes.
We are in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go.
Free your mind.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody. We are in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go.
Free your mind.
Keep it real.
What, dear?
Cause I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
And all this propaganda that you want us to sing, we're gonna sing now. Freedom for my mind, freedom for my spirit.
Nobody takes down Angel Snuffed Up 7 easy. There's a reason why, after 100 channels destroyed, Angel Snuffed Up 7 is still here. There's a reason why nobody wanna get in a beef with Angel Snuffed Up 7. But you don't take me seriously, and now your ass is barbecued.
We sell soul food. As a matter of fact, we've been told that Old Henry's is one of the few soul food restaurants in the city of St. Louis, in the state, and in the Midwest. We plan to start our food truck next month.
Okay.
Want that food truck to go all over.
Alrighty then.
So if we get the exposure, and we're already taking orders for events, just took an order for July 31st. We took an order for July 29th. There's a guy that has a construction company. He owns quite a few of them. And we're going to be going to their sites and serving food, serving lunch. And we got a lot of interesting stuff going on.
All right.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm Angel Snub Nub 7. This is my friend
Ada Taylor.
Ada Taylor. This is Old Henry Restaurant. If you're ever in the St. Louis area, come check them out. We had a good time just celebrating my sister's birthday, and everything was A-OK.
All right. All right. Thank you.
You up.
Hey, Laura, that's right. We usually keep it really, really light, but we asked you all a question today that might be a little controversial, but we wanted to know your opinion. So revisiting Blair's social second, we asked if the suspension of Kanye West from Twitter changes how you feel about Elon Musk's management of Twitter. There's been a lot of speculation as to what he would allow once he took over the social media account. So we heard from a lot of you all. Rebekkah Weddick, good morning to you, Rebekkah. She says, no, it gives me more respect for the way he is handling the responsibility. So she feels that that was the right thing to do, to go ahead and deactivate his account, which happened this morning, early this morning. Then we heard from Michael. Michael Wooten, good morning to you. Thanks for your response. He says, this just proves that he doesn't care about corporate responsibility. When he reversed Twitter's legitimate ban on Trump, then banned someone he just disagrees with. He said that that shows he's doing what he wanted to do and just going with what he agrees with. And then lastly, we heard from Krisha. Krisha, good morning to you. Someone asked, why are we talking about this? It doesn't even matter. Her response to that person was, I don't see many things more important than our right to free speech. Musk is punishing hatred, not free speech. That's the difference. I'm impressed by his action. So really looking into the bigger picture here, Kanye West, though, was deactivated this morning. We want to know how you guys feel about his management of Twitter. A lot of people waiting to see what he would allow and what he will not allow. Obviously, this morning, he would not be allowing Kanye West commentary. So go to our Facebook page, Fox 2 Now. Let us know what you think. 6:55.
Welcome back. It's EnVogue on Fox.
What's up next?
We're on again.
Oh, no way, you're kidding.
No, we are. We're guests starring on Rock. And Rock's little brother Joey is gonna fall in love with me.
No, wait, no. Hold it. Don't go giving the whole thing away now.
Stay tuned for an awesome episode of Rock Live starring May EnVogue.
EnVogue. Whichever one of us it is, I hope he can handle it, because it's me.
Yeah, but he can handle that.
It's me, but it's gotta be me. Love and we send me on and on, my man.
People out there can understand, giving him something he can feel. To let him know this love is real.
Oh, this love is real.
This love is real. Giving him something he can feel. Giving him something he can feel.
Giving him, giving him, giving him, giving love.
Giving him something he can feel.
So wait to me, baby, can't you see that I'm
giving him something he can feel. Ooh. Yeah.
Hey, it's EnVogue again, and we're back.
I hope you enjoyed me on Rock Live.
I was good, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were fine, okay?
I was darn good.
I think you better stop.
Stay tuned next for Married with Children.
Tonight,
Al Bundy is a swashbuckling pirate.
get out of here. Yep, it says that. That's what it says right there.
Sounds like a new high on the low. Sounds like a new low on the high. See,
well, it says that too.
Married with Children is next. Check it out.
We're EnVogue and we're back.
And we had such a good time, and we hope you did too. But it's almost time for us to go.
Well, can we be in Herman's Head too?
Only in his dreams.
Come on.
I could do a guest spot.
Oh, I'm sure they'd like that, but it's a little late.
You know what? I think we better go before Dawn gets us on America's Most Wanted. Until we meet again, this is Maxine, Dawn, Terry,
and Cindy.
And I'm Dawn. I think you better stop. We're in Vogue. Good night. And remember...
Previously on X-Men.
Let's see, Taalik says, can you send a shout out to my platform, the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry? Our theme this year is After Purge Comes the Healing. Shout out to your platform, Taalik. All the best to you guys with continuing to stretch in perspective, to stretch in what is possible, and to continue to bring healing into the space of yourself and others. Yes.
Why do y'all want the drug? You want the drug because smoking cigarette make you feel good. Drinking beer make you feel good. Crack cocaine make you feel good. Meth make you feel good. The drug give you pleasure. The drug make you feel good. That's why they do it. The people suffer from low self-esteem. The people living in horrible condition. Light bill, gas bill, rent. I'm not making enough money. All these children. Give me some beer. Give me some alcohol. Give me some liquor. Give me some weed. I gotta get away from this too much going on. 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 In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody move.
We are in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go.
Free your mind.
Greetings. I'm Tangelica Cox. I had the pleasure of speaking with Taalik, Ibn'rad, and he has a movement / ministry by the name of the Reality Temple on Earth, and I had the pleasure of speaking with him for several hours today, and I think it's only fair that I do a reaction video to the conversation. And the conversation was on various topics, which was basically centered around African quote-unquote consciousness. And he was a real deep brother, very down to earth, very approachable. He didn't carry himself like a know-it-all. Someone you could talk to and really listen to you. It was such an honor to finally meet somebody over the internet that has a ear to listen, and not only an ear to listen, but will take full action on what they stand for. And I appreciated having that conversation with you, and I do look forward to working with you.
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight.
You know, this was a really good live. I'm not going to tie it up either.
I'm just tuning in. I'm listening. I just wanted to congratulate Brother Talib and let him know I am watching. I may not answer my phone every day, but when I hear the knowledge, I will tune on in and support it. So, hey, I'm on the live. I'm in the building. You know, shout out to the Reality Temple on Earth. Those that are in the comment sections, as you can see, I'm proposing that we all donate some money to start promoting Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign so that we can get the message across on a more broader level. And, you know, just whatever you can donate, zeal it to, you know, Taalik Ibn'rad, the Reality Temple on Earth in their ministries. That's the host. That's, you know, that's the founder of that movement. That's who you guys should be donating the money to so that we can get this campaign off the ground and running. I'm going to go personally get my shirts made from a friend of mine. If you're in Los Angeles, I got a connection that you can get shirts made. And she's doing it for a little bit of nothing. So I'm going to have my shirts made so that when I do come on the broadcast, I can actually have a shirt on. So me and my kids. So that's one way I would like to promote it. I believe in, you know, this vision, you know, that you support, that you said come from Brother Malcolm. You know, you just bringing it back to life. You're reviving it. And it's a good thing. And it's courageous for you to do it. And I support it. I mean, if we can support this nonsense of this man who been gone 4,000 years coming back, that still ain't back, that still ain't healed your finances, that still ain't that still ain't healed your marriage, that still man, if I would take a chance on anything, you know. And I love politics, I love political science and law. That's why I studied it both in college, and just everything about it from what I see would be, you know, very beneficial. But I just think it needs to be promoted more. I think it needs to be on all the platforms, and just like we discussed, I think it should be, you know, online. When you promote it online, it seems like you get the message across internationally. You start getting people promoting your shit internationally, it's going to a whole nother level. It's going to be on the ballot.
Exactly.
It's going on the ballot. And the first part of getting it to that point is already having that mindset that is going on the ballot. I'm looking to vote on this, you know, and also getting the people to support it. That's another act of betrayal. People will sit there and watch you strive to get your business off on the ground, and they won't promote it. They won't acknowledge you because it's not benefiting them. It's just like, I'm a freelance legal advisor. All the time I get phone calls, but none of these people won't refer nobody to me. You know why? They don't want to see me elevate. They don't want to see me grow. And that's where, you know, pruning your roses, your garden have to come in at. Those that cannot be supportive, I got to let them go. I have to let them go. I want to grow. So talk is cheap. I would like to see the action. Money where your mouth is, ladies and gentlemen. Money where your mouth is. And I'm in the building. This is Tangelica the Black Sheep, and y'all know I love the Reality Temple on Earth Internet Ministries. I'm out. Yes.
If you want to say something.
I just wanted to say, you said it best. I would like to see us create our own legacy. I'm not from no Israel, so there's your answer on, do I want to be Hebrew Israelites? I'm not from Israel. And I would like to be a part of something that's great. And I know it definitely starts with action. And it's also a mixture of, you know, voting and getting out there and advocating and knocking on doors.
In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always.
This video is for the Reality Temple on Earth.
Shout out to the Reality Temple on Earth on IG.
We
and
love
YouTube.
watching it.
Yeah, we really do.
We send love, peace, and soul.
Brother.
Good evening, soul brothers and sisters. This is Tangi Cox, the Black Sheep, and I am propositioning you to entertain just a little while of being in reality. And this is gonna hurt soul sisters and brothers because a lot of us cannot accept reality. I empower you to, for 1 year, to subscribe to the Reality Temple on Earth.
I'm Cindy Heron.
And I'm Maxine Jones.
I'm Terry Ellis. And I'm Dawn Robinson.
Here we go, quiet and playback.
Well, while we were in Club Nouveau, we were always talking about, me and Tommy myself was talking about starting a girls group because there wasn't any out at the time. It was a few pop acts, but very few. And the last soul singing act was the Pointer Sisters that we could recall, and the Emotions.
My kindergarten teacher discovered that I could sing. She taught the class a song, and it went, fire, Mr. Fireman, fire, fire down the street. Please send all the trucks to put out the fire, oh help put out the fire. I decided that I wanted to be a singer when I got out of high school, and I joined the college choir. After that I started singing in bands, and then I formed my own band, and then I showed up for the audition for the group. Here I am.
One day we were watching television, and I was sitting on the floor, and she and my other sister were sitting on the sofa. And something came on television, and I sang it, and she said, oh, Terry! And it scared me. I was a little girl, and I turned around and I was like, what's wrong with you? She's like, oh, she looked into you, Terry, she can sing. And from that day on, she had me singing every day after school, every day. Say it, you went away, yeah, don't you know I hang around, sit around, my head hanging down.
The first song that I ever harmonized on was with my father, to the theme of the Bugs Bunny show.
Wait a minute.
And that was, he said, Barbara, to my mother, she can harmonize, you know. I was 6.
Keep the time on, hang on tight, and don't let go. Hold on to your love. Don't let go. Hold on to your love.
I started singing when I was about 12 years old, for real. And my background comes from listening to my parents' music, and my dad listened to a certain kind, and my mom listened to a certain kind, and it just kind of came together.
There's
always unexpected conditions that you're not prepared for doing a video. So, like high heel shoes and these wigs and lights and fans and all that stuff.
You got a crew of people that you don't know. You know, and it's kind of like this camera's like right there on you. And you got costumes like this that keep rising up, you know, and these wigs, you know, you got little different things that you have to get used to each time. Every time I perform, I get nervous. Yet there's a confidence there, and, you know, with them it helps a lot because they're there with me, going through the same thing, you know, nobody's any better than anybody. And we help each other through. They've helped me a lot.
Come over here.
I'm always terrified, not just scared. But like she said, there's always that certain amount of confidence there, and it feels great being on stage with them. I feel a lot more comfortable and secure.
The first time I remember singing in front of an audience, my hands shook, my legs shook, my teeth were shaking, everything shook, and I couldn't even sing right. And now I still get nervous, but I think if I didn't get nervous, it wouldn't be cool. You know, and I, as a matter of fact, times when I don't get nervous and it's time to perform, my show never goes really well. But whenever there's that little bit of fear before I go on, I just put it all into the show and it comes out great.
Now she is receiving rave reviews with a capital R for her new film. It's called The Inspection. It's based on the true story of the film's director and writer. His name is Ellis Bratton. So the movie focuses on Ellis French, a young gay man who joins the Marines during the military's Don't Ask, Don't Tell era. Union portrays French's homophobic mother, Inez. In this preview, Inez confronts her son after he asked for his birth certificate for his military application. Here's a look.
This little piece of paper. It's all I have left of the dream I held for you. If you don't come back the son I gave birth to, consider this certificate void.
Ooh, that movie was tough. Gabrielle Union is also executive producer of the film. We welcome you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you in studio, Gabrielle Union. Now, Elegance came to you because he wanted you to be the executive producer, and then he asked you to star in it, and you balked at first. Yeah. He clearly saw something in you that you didn't even see in yourself.
Absolutely.
What was it?
He's like, it absolutely has to be you. We've known you could do this the whole time. And immediately I knew what he was talking about. He's like, in the Black community, we know you have range. Don't get it messed up if they don't see it. Mm-hmm. I see it, and I know you can do this. Mm-hmm. He's like, but it has to be you. And I didn't know what that meant at the time. But he had such a huge level of confidence in me that it became contagious. And I was like, I can do it. Yes, I can.
But you say this, you said it came at a time when you had low self-esteem about the industry, low self-esteem about who you are as an actress, a human, and being a mom.
Yes.
What do you mean,
yes.
Gabrielle?
I think, you know, when you're constantly being barraged by images of perfection, everyone's perfection, right? You start feeling like, I'm not adding up. It's not adding up. I'm not keeping up in any capacity in my life. I just feel like I'm underwater in every area of my life, and I'm drowning. Mm-hmm. So for a man like Elegance to have that kind of confidence in me was really my needed boost. Yeah. And not just in Hollywood, but in my life. Yeah. It started me on the path of trying to figure out what kind of woman I want to be for the next 50, 60 years.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for that transparency. A lot of people can identify with that. It does take somebody telling us, you know how to swim, for you to figure it out. You say that you had to find the humanity in Inez's character. How did you do that, and was it difficult?
Yeah, I had to do a lot of research. I had to do just a huge deep dive, and not just into who this woman was. It's a real person. That's a daunting task in and of itself. But I had to go inside myself to find her humanity and try to figure out at what point do we intersect? What can I relate to, to about this woman that I, generally speaking, don't tend to find a lot of positive out of, folks that behave like this?
You couldn't be more different, right? I mean, in your real life, you're an LGBTQ advocate, as a mother, as a person in the world, and this is a mother who is so staunchly against the LGBT community that she's rejecting her own son.
Her own child. Well, I think when you are so
hateful, Tony.
Oh gosh, it's awful.
So opposite of who you are and what you believe.
Yeah, and when you're so focused on the world thinking you're good and a good mother, you'll be willing to barter with anything just to be thought of as good, worthy, deserving. You get on that assimilation train and you don't know when to get off, and next thing you know, you've hit a brick wall and life is over, and you've been shape-shifting and tap dancing your whole life, and for people who wouldn't spit in your direction if you were on fire.
But Gabrielle,
but that's what I had in common with her.
Yeah.
I wanted that. I wanted that kind of deep validation from the world.
Right.
And that was how I got into the character. That kind of sameness, that darkness does live within most of us, and I found that darkness within myself as well.
Wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. Yeah, they really don't like you when they're behaving that way. But let's talk about the rave reviews that you're getting in this role. Honestly, there's
well-deserved.
Well-deserved, star-turning, Oscar-worthy. Do you see yourself differently after playing this character? Has it changed how you feel and see yourself as an actress?
Absolutely.
How so?
Once I was able to deliver, I was like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm an athlete. I come from an athletic background.
That's right.
So it's either you do it or you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Either you won or you lost. I'm very black and white about that. So by the last scene, because we kind of shot it sort of in order, the last scene was, I'm never giving up on you. And when that ended and I got back to my room, I was
I nailed that.
Damn right.
But I gave myself permission to dream of other roles. I always kind of play things that are closer to me because it's easier, it's safer. My good friend Aleeyah, she said 20 years ago, baby, if it doesn't scare you, it's not worth doing. I thought, well, that's a terrible route. I'm like, I want to do things that make me comfortable.
Don't you think people see you differently too?
Immediately.
Immediately.
As soon as the movie ended in Toronto at the Toronto Film Festival, the calls coming into my team were different. Like, I'm not even up to audition for roles like this. It's not even like I have the opportunity to try and fail.
Right.
You're on certain lists. I'm just not on the serious actress list. I'm, when I was just thinking of myself as a producer on this, my list of people who would play Inez, I wasn't on that list. No, I didn't see it in myself.
Well, I'm glad Elegance convinced you. I'm so good because you knocked it out of the park.
You really did.
And I can't wait when the Oscar nominations come out to see what you're going to wear. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it out there in the universe.
Talk about it.
I'm claiming it.
Congrats. And our best to Dwayne Wade, who tattooed your initials on his
Finally,
on his wrist.
I was like, okay, I get I get that I came after Martin Luther King, but every number that you've ever worn in life, like including like AAU and Pop Warner, like, can I be like the 17th tattoo? And he got a tiny little one.
So where's his tattoo at?
Oh, his is of me? Never.
Okay.
It's right here.
Asking.
This is it.
Okay.
This is it. I couldn't even get a second ear pierced. I was like, that's too risque.
Congratulations to you, and our best to Mr. Wade. Gabrielle Union's movie is called The Inspection. Jeremy Pope also was here, not cut in this.
Yeah.
Is in theaters now, wherever you like to go. We'll be right back.
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight.
When soul singer and black activist Sam Cooke wrote the lyrics to his song, A Change Is Gonna Come, it was very direct and to the point. With some changes to it, the song was still digestible. In the year 2019, black folks continue to go through the change rather than direct the change. A community activist named Taalik Ibn'rad has made an appeal similar to what Sam Cooke was asking for. A change. It's said that the meek shall inherit the earth. We ask when. When will the landlords give the meek a free lease? Mr. Ibn'rad is humbly asking for the state of Mississippi. This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
The Mississippi campaign represents everything that you claim that you want. The beginning of an all-black independent nation, the ability to control your own resources, your politics, the law, be able to do your own thing for a change, create an economy, create and produce goods that Africa or anybody on the planet would want. You're fake, you don't want to do nothing. 3 hours talking about the Mississippi campaign.
In honor of Women's History Month, we've been talking with female leaders in sports, politics, business, and entertainment. And this morning, we are focusing on
every Friday during Women's History Month. All month long, we've been celebrating Women's History Month by talking with female leaders in sports, politics, business, and entertainment. And
Be a man of wisdom now, a man of mind, a man not blind. Be a man of kindness now, a man so big and strong in mind. Be a man so humble now, a man of man now, let it shine. This is what you are, this is how it has been now. This is what to be, every kind of man now. This is what to say, with a kind of meaning. This is what to feel, with a kind of feeling. We are growing, growing and higher. We are growing, growing and higher. We are growing, growing and higher.
We begin this hour with a highly anticipated new movie and the true story behind it.
Jesse, break left. Roger that. Happy hunting. It's bow time.
Whoa, Devotion, which stars Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell, hit theaters this week. It tells the inspirational story of two Navy pilots who fought in the Korean War, which began in 1950 when North Korea invaded the South. Jerika Duncan has been following their story for more than 7 years. She spoke with the actors and reflected on her conversation with one of the heroes whose story they tell.
205, I still have ordnance. I can hit the bridge. It's 200 AA, 211. Stand down.
The movie Devotion, based on a true story, travels back in time to the Korean War. It follows the lives of two fighter pilots, Tom Hudner and Jesse Brown, played by actors Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell.
This movie meant so much to so many people. I've never seen a crew rally around a story like I've seen this one.
205 is in high.
Everyone wanted to get it right.
Jesse Brown being the first African-American naval aviator. I went, oh, it's not done that before. I've not told the story of the first anything. This is not a buddy film. This is a film about fate and legacy.
Devotion was first a book released in 2015. That same year, I interviewed the real Tom Hudner. At age 90, he described his memories of Jesse Brown.
He was a very positive personality and was a friend to everybody.
The son of a sharecropper, Brown grew up picking cotton in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
You were out here before the sun came up.
His brother Fletcher took us back to the field where the seeds to Jesse's pilot dreams were planted.
What was Jesse's reaction when those planes would get so close to you?
I would be talking about he's going to do that. Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Hudner had a far different experience. He grew up in Massachusetts, joined the Naval Academy, and says he became a pilot at the urging of his friends. But it's what happened on one mission in 1950 that bonded these two men forever. After Brown's plane was shot down in North Korea, Hudner intentionally crash-landed his to try to save his friend.
I couldn't move him.
Why not?
He was pinned in. The first thing he said was, "Tom, we've got to figure out a way to get out of here."
In the end, there was nothing Hudner could do.
I couldn't think of anything worse than watching death approach you, sitting in that airplane and not being able to get away from it.
What did Jesse tell you to tell his wife before he died?
Jesse wanted his wife to know how much he loved her, and that was the message I gave to her.
Brown's wife, Daisy, would later stand by Hudner's side. President Harry Truman, who signed an executive order ending racial segregation in the U.S. Armed Forces, awarded Hudner with the Congressional Medal of Honor for his efforts to save Brown. In October, Hudner and Brown were honored at the Naval Aviation Museum in Pensacola, Florida. The families reunited, including Hudner's son and Brown's granddaughter, who talked about the movie.
We've always known that this was a really amazing story and exciting that the world now gets to know of it. I think having the platform of a major motion picture really elevates it so that more and more people will get to know the story of Jesse and Tom.
I figured that this would be the closest that I would get to experience what my dad and what Jesse experienced, on a daily basis during their service.
Hudner passed away in 2017, but before his death, actor Glenn Powell promised him that his story would make it to the big screen.
It's wild to think back to that moment when I met with Tom Hudner and his family and really got a very interesting glimpse into how this relationship really defined his life.
What do you think Tom Hudner and Jesse Brown would say if they could see this movie?
I think he'd say, thank you. In his final letter to Daisy, he says, I love you forever. I mean, that's just epic to me.
And he was only 24 years old.
And his love story is still going. I feel like our brother and friend, Ensign Jesse Leroy Brown, from Mississippi, from the mud to the sky, would probably be saying, thank you. Very simply, thank you.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Jerika Duncan.
There is so much hope in that story.
I love this. Is probably my favorite. This is my favorite piece of the year. It's just so beautifully told, and it really not only puts you there, but it helps you understand this bond that these two individuals had. And when you hear Captain Hudner saying that he couldn't do anything because he was pinned down, and what it's like to watch a man slowly slip off, I can't imagine.
And the moral of all this, determination, friendship, respect between men, devotion.
And devotion. I cannot wait to see it.
We'll be checking this out for sure.
That's right. Well, Devotion is out in theaters now, and you can hear more of Jerika's conversation with Glenn Powell and Jonathan Majors on today's CBS Mornings podcast, including how they met and bonded at a Turkish-Russian bath.
I'm going to listen to that, too.
Oh, this is ladies' night. Oh, what a night.
Single baby, sophisticated mama. Come on, you disco lady, yeah, stay with me tonight, mama, yeah.
If you hear any noise, hit the boat. Oh, this is ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Girl, y'all got one. A night that's special everywhere. From New York to Hollywood, it's ladies' night, and girl, the feeling's and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Girls, y'all got one. A night that's special everywhere. From New York to Hollywood, it's ladies' night, and girl, the feeling's good. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Oh what a night. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night.
Romantic lady, single baby, sophisticated mama. Come on, you disco lady, yeah, stay with me tonight, mama, yeah.
If you hear any noise, hit the boat. Oh yes, it's ladies' night. Oh what a night. Girls, y'all got one. A night that's special everywhere. From New York to Hollywood, it's ladies' night, and girl, the feeling's good. Oh yes, it's ladies' night, and the feeling's right. Oh yes, it's
Everybody say, don't you give up your one step closer. We gon' make it. We will. I believe that.
You know, I was wondering, you know, if you could keep
can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
'Tis the season for joy and laughter.
So when were you gonna tell me about this?
Merry Christmas, Kendall.
You failed to mention that you were about to lose the club.
I need a Christmas miracle, and right now I don't have one.
I need your help, Terry.
Me?
What if EnVogue got back together to do a Christmas show to save the Opera House?
And when is this show supposed to go down?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve?
Will the divas save the day? An EnVogue Christmas, Sunday at 7 on TV1.
One, two, you know what to do. Down at the BU, equal to nine. Head for the friends now. She's all the movies, whatever plays. 2 times nightly and matinee. It's famous here. She comes on strong with the ladies in there. And he's got class and he's got clout. Come on, mama, we stand there now.
Tis the season for joy and laughter.
So when were you gonna tell me about this?
Merry Christmas, Kendall.
You failed to mention that you were about to lose the club.
I need a Christmas miracle, and right now I don't have one.
I need your help, Terry.
Me?
What if EnVogue got back together to do a Christmas show to save the Opera House?
And when is this show supposed to go down?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve?
Will the divas save the day? An EnVogue Christmas, Sunday at 7 on TV1.
All right, thank you, Amelia. We're revisiting Blair's social second. We asked you what are some of the conversations you will avoid at the Thanksgiving table. And we also gave you some suggestions in case you don't know what to avoid at the table. We heard from a few of you. Jennifer Roberts, she said, when am I getting married? We've been together almost 10 years and they always ask him when he's gonna ask me. So she doesn't want to be asked that question. He doesn't want to be asked that question at the table. At least they're together, right? All right, next person we heard from, Beth Lewis. She said, I always try to avoid my uncle because every time he saw me, he'd start in on me. Well, last time I saw you, your diaper was down around your ankles. So yeah, she said it's not about what, but it's about who. She tries to avoid certain people at the table. Then we had a good one from David. Good morning to you, David. Thank you for chatting with us. He said, don't worry about what people talk about. If you're with your family, you know someone's gonna say something somebody doesn't like. Just be happy that they're there. He said that one day they won't be, and you wish you could hear what they had to say. Love that. Super thoughtful commentary. Let us know what you guys are going to be avoiding at the dinner table. Go to our Facebook page, Fox 2 Now, and we'd love to hear from you. 6:54. We'll be right back after this. All right, thank you, Amelia. We're revisiting Blair's social second. We asked you what are some of the conversations you will avoid at the Thanksgiving table. And we also gave you some suggestions in case you don't know what to avoid at the table. We heard from a few of you. Jennifer Roberts, she said, when am I getting married? We've been together almost 10 years and they always ask him when he's gonna ask me. So she doesn't want to be asked that question. He doesn't want to be asked that question at the table. At least they're together, right? All right, next person we heard from, Beth Lewis. She said, I always try to avoid my uncle because every time he saw me, he'd start in on me. Well, last time I saw you, your diaper was down around your ankles. So yeah, she said it's not about what, but it's about who. She tries to avoid certain people at the table. Then we had a good one from David. Good morning to you, David. Thank you for chatting with us. He said, don't worry about what people talk about. If you're with your family, you know someone's going to say something somebody doesn't like. Just be happy that they're there. He said that one day they won't be, and you wish you could hear what they had to say. Love that. Super thoughtful commentary. Let us know what you guys are going to be avoiding at the dinner table. Go to our Facebook page, Fox 2 Now, and we'd love to hear from you. 6:54. We'll be right back after this. All right, we're going to revisit Blair's social second. We asked you all, what are your least favorite dishes for Thanksgiving? What is not going to go on your plate? What do you just absolutely not want on your plate, right? Well, we heard from a few of you this morning from our Facebook page. First up, we had Sylvia Bach. Sylvia said that she does not want on her plate macaroni and cheese. It's not in my Thanksgiving menu, although our grandsons love it. It's just another day at our house. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Sylvia. I like the mac and cheese. That's one of the things I go for seconds for, mac and cheese. Then we also heard from someone else about what they don't want on their plate, anything containing giblets or giblets, however you pronounce it. Yeah, I like that part too. Like, it adds a little flavor, you know what I mean? And this one right here is something that a lot of you said. We talked about this on Facebook Live a few days ago. Renita, good morning, Renita. Happy Thanksgiving to you. She said anything with pumpkin in it and chitterlings. She doesn't want the chitterlings. A lot of people said no chitlins this year. They don't want that on their plate. Some people in the back, they said they didn't know what those were. They are small intestines of domestic animals. You know, it's good though. You just need a little hot sauce for it. Try it out. All right, guys, we want to continue to hear from you on our Facebook page. Let us know what is not going on your plate for this Thanksgiving dinner. Go there and tell us. We love to hear from you. Happy Thanksgiving. 6:53 right now. Stick with us. It is 45 degrees. We'll be right back.
And as always in parting, we wish you...
Come on and jam with us next week on these same stations. And you can bet your last money it's all going to be a Stone Gas, honey. I'm Don Cornelius, and as always in parting, we wish you love, peace, and sound.